to start? Mm-hmm. Me llamo Jimmy Page. Soy de Heston, Middlesex, London, England. Soy talentoso y delgado. Tengo 68 años. In 1973, my band, Led Zeppelin, traveled in a private jet named the Starship. Robert Plant, the vocalist of our band, actually hated our song, Stairway to Heaven. Sometimes I would play my guitar with a violin bow. The song Kashmir was influenced by Robert's travels in Morocco. We once performed Stand By Me in Japan in 1972. Apart from being lead singer, Robert Plant often played harmonica for the band. John Bonham, our drummer, began playing at 5 with a homemade kit that consisted of containers and coffee tins. John Paul Jones, the bass player, wasn't part of Robert Plant and my tour in 1998. The role was given to Plant's son-in-law. Jimi Hendrix once said that if John Bonham was ever going to leave our band, he would take him even if he had to have 2 drummers. We became friends with Elvis Presley and attended a couple of his concerts.
Soy el amo Miguel Endurin. Tengo 48 años. Soy de USA. Soy Malta y Atletico. The average resting heart rate is 66.72 beats per minute, 6 miles per hour. And a well-trained endurance athlete is 46 miles per hour. The lowest on record is 28.6 p.m. Me, a Spanish cyclist. Born July 16, 1964. Weight 176.4 pounds, 80 kilograms. Height 6'2". Spouse Marissa Pendering. Full name Miguel Pendering Barrera. Nickname Big Meg. Rider type all-rounder. Current team retired. I am retired Spanish road racing cyclist. I won 5 consecutive Tours de France from 1991 to 1995. The fourth to win 5 times.
Me llamo Charles Scholes. Tengo 88. Soy de Santa Rosa. Soy talentoso y inteligente. Born November 26, 1922 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Died February 12, 2000 in Santa Rosa. His nickname was Sparky. He went to Central High School. He was the creator of Peanuts, the comic strip. He served in World War II. After World War II, Scholes worked as an art instructor and created his first comic strip, Little Folks. In his later years, Scholes suffered from Parkinson's disease. In 1951, Scholes moved to Colorado Springs, Colorado. He invented the Charlie Brown.
Soy Walt Disney. Tengo 65 años. Soy de Illinois. Soy talentoso y cómico. Walt Disney was born in December 5, 1901. He died December 15, 1966. He dropped out of high school at age 16 to join the Army, but was rejected of his age, so he joined the Red Cross. He won 26 Academy Awards out of 59 nominations, including a record 4 in 1 year. Walt became the best known Disney. The best film was Mickey. He was the best known. When Disney returned from France in 1919, he moved back to Kansas City to pursue a career as a newspaper artist. Walt was later fired from the paper of lack of creativity. Disney's favorite song was Feed the Birds from the film Mary Poppins. After months of poor health, Walt was diagnosed with lung cancer of smoking.
Me llamo Osama Hayek. Tengo 46 años. Soy de Guanajuato, México. Soy bonita y talentosa. been on TV about 100 million times. I love playing tricks on my teachers when I was younger. I was very spoiled with my brother Sammy. I'm married to Francisco Henry Renault, and my daughter is Valentina Paloma Renault. After watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I decided I wanted to become an actor. I share the same birthday with an actor, an NFL running back, and a boxer. My father was a top executive with a state-owned oil company, and my mom was an opera singer. I starred in a couple of soap operas. I went to a Catholic school, and I've been kicked out of school about 5 times.
Soy Rita Moreno. Tengo 81 años. Soy de Mexico, Puerto Rico. Soy talentista y artístico. My name is Rita Moreno. I was born Rosa Dolores, Alberto. I was born in New Mexico, Puerto Rico. I moved to New York with my mother when I was 5, and I was 6 when I started dance lessons. Well, I was 13 when I made my Broadway debut in Stuyvesant. And when I was 17, I signed a contract with MGM, so that's where my career started. But now I'm the only female performer to have won all 4 prestigious business awards: Oscar, the Emmy, the Grammy, and the Tony. I received my Oscar for my performance as Anita in 1962's West Side Story. I won my Emmy twice in 1977 for my appearances on The Muppets, and in 1978 for my dramatic appearance on the Rockport Files, and I won the Tony for my performance on Broadway as Googly Gomez in The Ritz. Finally, I won my Grammy for my 1972 performance on The Electric Company, and I even started my own TV show, Series 9 to 5. Now I am happily married to Leonardo Gordon, a physician, and we live in South Carolina. And we also have a daughter named Fernanda Luisa, and she finished college, and she's now an inspiring actor.
Me llamo Pedro Martinez. Soy de Managua, Dominican Republic. Soy deportista y porte. Tengo 41 años. In the 8th inning, I hit Reggie Sanders in the elbow, and Reggie charged the mound. I had a reputation about being a headhunter. They renewed my contract for $315,000 in 1996. My first start in the pros, I hit the first 11 batters. When I was a kid, I needed a baseball, so I borrowed a head from my sister's doll. In 1999, I was so talkative, my teammates tied me to a pole until I'd shut up. My famous quote was, "If the Lord were a pitcher, he'd pitch like Pedro." I weighed 135 pounds, and my team would fine me $500 if I went for a run. My fastball ended up being 90 miles an hour. My brother Raymond reminded me about when he pitched a no-hitter, then the next day he went back to the minors.
Hola, me llamo Janice Joplin. Tengo 27 años. Soy de Port Arthur, Texas. Soy talentosa y bonita. Here's some things about me and my life. I'm a student of Kenpo Karate, earning the rank of a sedan, a 3rd-degree black belt. In high school, I was a member of Glee Club. I carried my auto harp around everywhere I went, just in case I had an urge to break into song. Ever since I was a little girl, I was bullied in school, being called a freak, pig, and a creep. In 1960, I ran away from home. When I returned, I weighed 88 pounds. In 1963, I hitchhiked to San Francisco to join the hippie movement. At my Tampa, Florida concert in 1969, I was arrested for using vulgar language towards the audience. In 1970, I died from using from drug abuse in Los Angeles, 16 days earlier than Jimi Hendrix, who was also 27. Before I died, I set aside $2,500 for my friends to throw a party in the event of my death.
Okay. Me llamo Eda James. Tengo 73 años. Soy de Los Angeles, California. Soy inteligente y talentosa. I was named Jamesetta Hopkins. It was changed by Johnny Otis. I started singing at 5. My mother was 14 when she had me. I am an Aquarius. I'm a gospel prodigy. I had a heroin addiction in the 60s and 70s, so I was in and out of rehab. I was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Blues Hall of Fame, and Grammy Hall of Fame. My 2 sons played in my band during my 2009 tour. I died January 25th, 2012, 5 days before my birthday, from leukemia and kidney failure.
Me llamo Enrique Iglesias. Soy de Madrid, Spain. Soy de Guapo y Rico. Tengo 37. I was born in Madrid, Spain in 1975. My parents are Julio Iglesias and Isabel Chrysler. I began singing without my parents even knowing. In 1982, I was sent to Miami to live with my father. My parents divorced when I was 3. I grew up in 3 different cultures, Latino, European, and American. I sold more than 1 million copies in 3 months in my first album. I have won 39 Billboard Music Awards, as well as 5 American Music Awards, a Grammy, a Latin Grammy, and 7 World Music Awards. My instruments are vocals and guitar.
Me llamo Jojo O'Keefe. Tengo 98 años. Soy de Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Soy artístico y talentoso. I was born on November 15, 1887 in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. I was one of the greatest American artists in the 20th century. I studied at the Art Institute of Chicago in the early 1900s. I had ancestors from Ireland and Hungary, but I grew up in Sun Prairie in Williamsburg, Virginia. I married Alfred Seelwitz, a pioneer photographer, in 1924. My charcoal drawings were first exhibited in 1916. I was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Letters. I was also awarded the Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest gold medal of civilian honor. President Ronald Reagan presented the National Medal of Arts to me in 1985.
Yo soy Bruce Springsteen. Tengo 63 años. Soy de New Jersey. Soy talentoso y rico. Obama said he ran for president because he couldn't beat me. A doctor told me that she liked my lyrics about love and sex but wanted some on contraception. Warren Zevon refused treatment for mesothelioma and went to record his final album with me. When I was in 3rd grade, I was put in a trash can by a nun telling me that's where I belonged. In college, students petitioned for me to be expelled. Also in college, girls told the administration to respect my band. When I lived in New Jersey, I lived next to the Nestle's chocolate factory and I could smell chocolate all day long. My first song I learned was Twist and Shout. I wrote Hungry Heart for the Ramones, but kept it due to my manager's request. I like photography and take pictures of weird and funny signs.